Hello and welcome back to another Magic Arena video. I am Magic Sven and today we are playing something totally wild here. We're playing Invasion of Alara Storm. So, Invasion of Alara from the newest set. When it comes into play, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile 2 non-land cards, importantly with mana value 4 or less. You cast one of those cards and then the other card goes into your hand. 7 toughness on this battle, doesn't matter for our purposes. We go through our deck, find things that cost 4 or less, and all of our stuff is either copy spells or this Release to the Wind, which lets us cast our Invasion one more time. So what happens is we cast Invasion, we copy it a bunch of times, we keep the triggers going, keep going through our deck, and eventually we get a lethal Tendrils of Agony. That's right, we're storming off on our opponents. The rest of the deck, we have some interaction. We have Colossal Sky Turtle to bounce stuff. Consign also does so. Important to note that these Aftermath cards count both sides of the mana cost, so this does technically cost more than 4. We've got Spring to Mind to help ramp, along with Beanstalk Giant. So that's the deck. It is very fragile. I will say that. It is a very fragile deck. If they gain life, then sometimes you can't get enough Storm. If they have any way to counter this, if they've got discard, you know, those things, they could happen. But they're not going to happen to us. It's a beautiful deck. Let's take it onto the ladder and see how it does. Alara Storm. Alright, so this hand has a spring and a good mana base, but we're missing black and we're missing the invasion, so we're going to mulligan this one. Here we've got 2 pieces of interaction and an invasion, and we can put this Release to the Wind on the bottom. We're definitely going to keep this one, so Release, get out of here. Let's play the Fountain tapped. Turn 2, we can play Plains untapped, keep up our turtle. I might actually bounce that. I think that's worthwhile. Just slow them down just a little bit, And then hopefully we just draw lands. We drew a Consign, so this is going to come in tapped, and we'll pass the turn. We'll let them put something on the stack here, and then bounce it. Shaman of the Pact. So War Master back to hand. We take a cool 1 damage. Leyline Binding, that's okay. Obviously would much rather have a land right now. So we'll take 3 damage. That happens. I'll play the War Master and probably follow it up with an Elvish Mystic, at which point I will Binding the War Master with it on the stack there. War Master can just provide a lot of damage. I don't really know why they didn't play the elf, but I am going to do this. Okay, land is good. No reason for it to come into play untapped. Just pass the turn. Missing green, so we got blue, white, red, black. Just need a green land. Take the 3 here, don't want to bounce that. Dwinian's Elite is fine. And we'll take our turn. Still missing our last color here. And unfortunately, I think we just have to accept all this damage. Opponent probably extremely confused about what's going on here. Fair enough. I'll just take my turn here. This is also not a green source. So I guess I will cycle it now in case we draw a tapped green. We did. So I'll play that. They've got a lot of damage here still. We're going to 1. Yeah, one more shaman does it. Oi, oh no, unfortunate. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what they had, because it felt like they were holding up elves, thinking we had counter spells and sweepers and all that. Of course we don't, but they didn't know that. One more turn, one more turn. Oh well, on to the next. Alright, what do we got here? Pretty good hand. We got an invasion, we've got green land and 2 ramp spells. We'll keep that one. Lead on the triome here. Don't have white mana for our Leyline Binding. Hopefully we find that pretty soon. Opponent has mulligan down. They've got Gigantha, so they could be wizards. Looks like wizards or mono red. I think mono red's more likely to play the ruins. Proving grounds. Still no white there, but we will play this tapped. Might have to take 2 next turn, unfortunately. Green, red, black. Yeah, still looking for white. Take a good chunk of damage here. Light up the stage. 3 to face. We got 2 lands off the top, which is not too bad for us. Yeah, and I do think we have to play it this way. Play Beanstalk Giant. Get the plains. Comes in untapped, and the Leyline Binding is up. They play a mountain, a lava runner, and probably some instants and sorceries here. So we'll say that one resolves. And I'll binding the mage still. Just has more potential for damage. They're probably going to be probably getting around everything else. I could cast Spring. So I got green, white, black, red, blue. So we're all set on colors. So I think I'm just going to pass the turn here. I might cast Release to the Wind. Depends on what they do. If they play like Hellrider, obviously I'm going to play that. Yep, 3 damage. And what else do we have? Another burn spell? This. Okay, well now I am going to Release to the Wind this lava runner. Basically use it as a fog. See what they're doing here. Shock to me, okay. And now they play Lava Runner again. And it's time to spin the wheel. Let's go. Invasion of Alara up first. Clever Impersonator. Making a copy. We got 2 Tendrils? Come on! You're killing me here. You're killing me. Alright, we'll cast a Tendrils for some small amount of damage. Soulscar Mage comes down. Gigantha to hand, we take another 2. And unfortunately, we don't have double blue. Play Headquarters tapped. Play Binding on Lava Runner now at this point. Cast Tendrils for 2. And pretty nice just gaining a bunch of life. Hit us for 1. Maybe cast Gigantha. Alright, so let's make a copy. Yeah, it was enough. It was enough. Tendrils. Just, you know, over 3 turns. You can just storm off over 3 turns. It's no problem. It's no problem. Let's move on. Oh, heck yeah. We got our ramp. We've got our invasion. Yeah, keep this one. We'll lead on Xandar's Lounge. Up against a Lurrus deck, which is extremely terrifying. think Thoughtseize is like my worst nightmare. Along with, you know, like interaction, counter spells, gaining 5 life, that kind of thing, you know. Just a few different things could put a stop to me. Sacred Foundry Cacophony Scamp. Hammer Time's certainly among those things. Play that tapped. Maybe they just don't have it. I think that's probably the most likely scenario, right? They just never have it. Esper Sentinel. Okay. That's leading me towards they don't have it path. I assume they will not sack here. And here are more 1/1s. They didn't have it last turn, so, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to hold something up. We'll play this. So, we need, what do we need? Blue? Probably second blue is good. We've got double black. Yeah, let's get a blue source. This is fine, they'll draw their card. So, if I get blue, black, white, green, red. So that will work next turn. Let's just hope we don't get hammered. Just don't hammer me. Oh yes, we're going to combat. We're doing 3 damage. And we're putting Luris in hand. Oh boy. Alright, let's see it. Spin the wheel. Invasion, let's go. Draw your card. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? We got a Tendrils and a Mythos. So weird glitch with this card is that sometimes it goes into this exile pile instead of just coming up in the browser. I don't really know why it does that. Another Tendrils down. Make another copy. Keep this train a-rolling. Let's make a clever Impersonator. Copy. Looks like we got a Release to the Wind, which we will take. Got to make sure you get the right one. You want the original usually. So we will release that to the wind. Storm count currently at 6 with this invasion. We've got another Release to the Wind and an Impersonator, so we'll release. Token, we want this one. Invasion, that puts us at 8, and a Tendrils is lethal now. So we'll release. Just have to make sure we don't mess this up. Let's get back this. Release to the Wind. Invasion. There it is. Tendrils of Agony. Let's go. Let's go. Take that hammer time. Didn't have the hammer. But I got the Tendrils. I got the invasion and I got the Tendrils. Put them on the stack. Here we go. Stormwind. Yeah. Do that damage. Gain that life. Draw your cards off of Esper Sentinel. See if I care. I'm playing Invasion of Alara Storm over here. Another magnificent win for the invasion deck. It's no problem. You know, your just opponents don't have anything. It all works out. Let's keep going. Well, here we have good mana, but bad spells and no invasion. I'll probably mulligan just about every first hand with no invasion. Definitely keep this one. We got a ramp spell and we have an invasion. Mythos will go to the bottom. And we've got the mana to cast just about everything else in the deck. Yeah, it's okay to have like 1 or 2 copy spells in the deck, but generally good to put them on the bottom. Definitely put Tendrils on the bottoms if you get them. Spara's Headquarters comes on down. Up against the Winter Assassin with the Kamigawa sleeves. Alright, opponent plays Hollowed Fountain. untapped and passes the turn. Okay, so we got blue, green, white. So there's no way for us to keep everything down. Or play a land tapped and still have Leyline Binding up. I don't really expect we'll be using it. This is most likely control. I would maybe expect an opt here, something like that. They might be second guessing. I guess I should have played the Steam Vents untapped. Otherworldly Gaze. That's fine. So it's not control, it's Reanimator, which our binding might be good against. Next turn I'll play Steam Vents untapped, get a plane so that I can play Leyline Binding. So red, blue, green, white. No. Red, blue, green, black, white. Okay, they pass. So we'll play Steam Vents, pay 2. Go on an adventure here. For planes. We've got our binding up, in case we need to do anything. See if they can reanimate. Okay, so they're Emergent Ultimatum. That resolves. And I assume they'll play a land and pass here. Looks like that is the case. Alright, let's spin it to win it. Pay 2. Invasion of Alara. Let's go! Tendrils and a copy spell, thank you. Got me a little worried there. Let's put that back in hand. Or / exile, cast it again. Now we have our storm counter here. Mythos. Second Tendrils in hand. And we have 2 clever impersonators, so let's cleverly impersonate an invasion. Copy spells, good. We don't need the full 10 storm here. Release to the wind. That's a good one. Okay, token. That's the real one. That's the impersonator. Let's get the real one. And this is lethal? I believe this is lethal. Clever impersonator. Copy the invasion. Let's find that last Tendrils. There it is. Boom shakalaka. Wow, we are on a roll. Invasions, Tendrils. It's no problem. It's a great deck. What can you say? It's a great deck. Everyone tremble before the might. We've broken the format. Invasion of Alara, Tendrils of Agony, Storm. The best deck in all of Historic. That's right, you heard it here first. Ew, look at this poop in our hand. Let's send that one back. Hey, now we're talking. Okay, keep 6. Are they going to have discard? No, they never have discard. No one's ever had discard. We're fine. We'll play Rafine's Tower on turn 1. And then we can play Stomping Grounds tapped and have Leyline Binding up. Pretty sick. Yeah, I think Leyline Binding was the card that pushed this deck for me from, like, tier 10 to tier 8. Big difference being able to cast your reanimation, or your removal that fast. And effectively. This is a good removal spell. Only the dragon, I can't... Niv Mizzet decks play this consistently right now, I think. Okay, so red-green tapped. We'll just pass. Next couple turns I'll play tapped Triomes. Do they have like a target yet? They do not, so they're just gonna cast the looting again. And mastery goes to the graveyard. Okay. Beanstalk Giant. Interesting. That could accelerate us. It's worth a shot. So I'll play this. I'll play this for white. Still keep up that leyline binding. Pass the turn. I'm looking for untapped black mana. Thrilling Discovery is fine. Still no targets in the yard. Okay, now they have an ultimatum gone. Does green do it? Well, so green, white, red, blue, black. That does it. Let's play Invasion. Let's go. Ooh, we dug deep on that one. Okay, Release to the Wind. Let's get all this stuff out of the way, please. Worst thing about playing Release to the Wind is it lives over here where the stack is, so it's like really hard to target. Play Invasion. Got another Tendrils. Release. Storm count's ticking up, though. Invasion. Did get a copy spell. Impersonator. The Impersonator. Alright. Another clever Impersonator. Copy. Release to the Wind. Are we doing it? Did we just do it? Let's get the real one back. Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're gaming. Oh my gosh. Tendrils you for 20. Let's go. Put them on the stack. Oh man. Oh, I really should have played around another Thrilling Discovery. But it's okay, because they're all resolving. They're all resolving. Look at my beautiful Tendrils of Agony. They're just resolving and beating up these other combo decks. Yes, I hit my mic. Yes, let's go. Let's go. And let's go to the wrap-up. Folks, I don't know what to say. Clearly, Invasion of Alara Storm is just entirely busted. You cannot beat this. It just wins. It just wins over and over again. Okay, maybe don't take this to your historic tournaments, but it has more game than it looks like it does. Beanstalk Giant, to get planes, to get something with to have leyline binding up, is just like really solid play, and then winning the next turn is also excellent, it turns out. I have had a few times where the deck did not go off, but you know, we didn't have those times today. So give it a shot, it's a lot of fun. Would recommend trying it out. Thank you all for watching, really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I will catch you in the next one.